I would like to welcome you to Vibrant Living International's podcast called You Were Designed for Greatness. Our mission at Vibrant Living is to empower you, spirit, soul, and body, empowering you to eliminate fear, doubt, low self esteem, feeling guilty, boredom, complacency, performance mentality, feeling unworthy, hopelessness, sickness, and lack. That is Vibrant Living's mission. And I would like to welcome you to our podcast. You were designed for greatness. We want to help you live vibrantly. Remember to share, download, and give reviews. It helps us to reach more people and encourage and share this inspiration across the world. So today we are answering questions from Vibrant Living's Wisdom Line. Get Wisdom Line. And today's question is a juicy one. Now, the stories and things that I'm going to share today are a collaboration of many different people and clients that I talk to. So if you find yourself resonating with this story, just know you're not alone, because this is a combination of many people that I have talked to and am talking to. So the question is, when I have done all that I know to do, and I've tried to do everything right, why do things go so bad? Isn't that a good one? You've done all you know to do. You've done everything right. And things still seem to go wrong. Why is that? So, the combination of stories behind this question is women have prayed about getting married. They sought counsel. They ask advice and on who to marry and all of those things. And they married a guy who professed to be a Christian. They did all the right things before they got married, and all of that. And it still ended in divorce. And in the middle of all of that, there was a lot of psychological abuse, and in some cases, physical abuse as well. So, where was God? Why do things like this happen? It's really good, deep question. And first of all, before I go any further, I don't pretend to have all the answers to life's complex questions. But if you will allow me to share my thoughts, hopefully it will be an inspiration to you for such a difficult questions. So the feeling behind questions like this is, if I do everything right, then everything should go well, right? I should have a blessed life. I know everything's not going to be perfect, but it shouldn't end up in psychological abuse or major trauma like divorce. Why? I should be blessed, right? An abundant life, a vibrant life, right? So I have a story from my own life. It's not about the same thing, but a lot of the feelings are same. And it is a story of one of my kids' births. And this particular child, I did all the things that I thought were right. My husband and I prayed together before the birth. We spoke God's word over me and the baby and the delivery and all of the things. We were better in our marriage than ever. And we were growing together and part of a church, and just all the things were going well. And we got up, it was a snowy day, and my labor had started. Now, this particular birth did happen to be my fastest. But we got there, and my husband had felt like when he was in prayer that he kept hearing umbilical cord. He kept getting that impression. And so when I was delivering the baby, he was the first to notice that the umbilical cord was around the baby's neck. And he told me to stop before the doctors even noticed it. So that was eliminated. He got around the baby's neck, and the baby was delivered. And they brought the baby to me a little while later and was only in a diaper. You know how they swaddle the babies? Well, this baby was only in a diaper, no little cute hat, no little swaddle blanket, just a diaper. And I picked the baby up and I said, "Why is my baby so hot?" And the baby had gotten pneumonia. They said that the only thing they could figure is that the baby had swallowed amniotic fluid and had gotten pneumonia. So we had to stay in the hospital for a whole week with a little strap of support on the baby's arm while they had IVs to deal with this. And you know how, well, maybe, it's so emotional, and you have a newborn infant with all of these things happening to us. And it was very frustrating, anger, of fear, all of the emotions. And I remember after we got home asking God, "God, we did things better than ever. We did all the right things. And this still happened. My baby was still sick. And for you, this, whatever loss it is that you feel, why did this happen?" I don't think he didn't specifically answer the why question. And I really don't think we ever get the why completely answered in this lifetime. But God showed me this image when he used the analogy of when the Israelites came up to the Red Sea. God told them that they would be delivered from Egypt. They would be delivered. And they were in front of this humongous body of water. And the Egyptians are behind them, ready to slaughter the whole lot of them. And they're like, "God, you promised to deliver us. And we're trapped. And we don't see a way out." And God split the Red Sea. Now, he could have miraculously transported them to the other side. Perhaps he could have taken around them. Perhaps he could have slaughtered the Egyptians before they ever got there, or stopped them from coming in the first place. But what God said to my heart is, "I didn't take you around it, or over it, or under it. I walked with you through it." Jesus said in this life we would have difficulties. We love all the promises of God. "I came to give you life, and life in abundance," and all the other amazing promises. But we don't really like that one. I'm not a fan. Jesus saying in this life, you will have difficulties. So there will be things that don't go our way. Is it possible to have a life in abundance and still, or while still experiencing difficulties? Jesus said, "You will have difficulties," but you know what buts do? They cancel whatever was preceding. Whatever you say, and you say the word "but," it cancels whatever comes before it. "But be of good cheer, because I have overcome the world," which means you have. But to overcome, it means that there's something to overcome. So the answer is yes, it is possible to have life in abundance, because there's no greater treasure than actually knowing God and what that looks like, without religion, without rules. If you followed my story, my life is a display of God's goodness. Absolutely. Does it mean there hasn't been challenge? You've got to be kidding me. If you know my story, you know that's not the case. We have at any moment in time an opportunity to focus on what's going well in our life or what is challenging. I have had moments in my life that it felt like the only thing going well was I was still breathing. And maybe you have too. Whenever we focus on the challenge, how long will this take? When will this be over? When is this going to get better? We become like a dam in the river. All those negative feelings, all those fears, all the stuff backs up and we become stagnant. And most of the time, it causes some kind of problems in our body. Illness, sleeplessness, pain, anxiety. We feel it in our body. When we focus on the challenges, we become like a dam in the river and it becomes stagnant. Have you ever seen stagnant water? It doesn't smell good and there's no life in it. But when I focus on hope and on God being with me through the difficulties, especially when I don't understand, especially when I can't make sense of it, I become like a river flowing. Flowing rivers are full of life. What does a river do when it experiences an obstacle? Let's say a boulder is in its path. Does the river sit down and cry and wonder, why is this happening? And complaining and anger and frustration. I've done all those things. But the river doesn't do that, does it? The flowing hope doesn't sit down and complain about the boulder. No, it just keeps flowing. It just keeps flowing to where it wants to go. It keeps hope. It keeps connected. And it knows its destination, no matter what the obstacles that arise. So let the worries, let the fears, let the negative thoughts flow through you and move your focus to what you want, what God has promised you, what dreams you have in your heart when it doesn't look possible. When you change, everything changes. When your focus changes, you quit being stagnant and backed up, sick, anxious, and you begin to flow. One other thought I want to share today is we need to stop apologizing for being who we are and what we've been through. So many of my clients, even including myself, I'm in this boat too, have apologized for crying. I was called a crybaby by my brothers and other people because every time my heart is touched, my ears leak, my eyes leak. Anytime my heart is touched, my eyes seem to leak. And we've apologized for being emotional. We've apologized for the way we laugh. We've apologized for the way we fold towels or keep our house. We've apologized for the way we parent or the way our kids act. We've apologized for the way our family is or was. We've apologized for how we look or not getting enough done or being something else or being like someone else. We apologize for what we have been through or choices that we made. We need to stop apologizing and just be where you are. Be the river focused on where you want. All of those are focusing on the boulder. It's focusing on the obstacles. It's focusing on why it won't work. Learning to just be me has been a journey. Asking for forgiveness, receiving forgiveness has been one of the most life-changing things I have, and I continue to learn. So let it flow. Don't hold on to the pain, the hurt, the loss, the feelings I didn't think I would be here like this in my life. I didn't think I would be here, right? How did I get here? And one of the biggest ways I learned this, because I have so many secrets to share with you, so many things to help you become the river, to become you, and to celebrate you because you were designed for greatness, no matter what you've been through or what has happened in your life. And one of the ways I learned this is I got support. I got help. Why do we keep trying to do it the hard way? If you feel like you're hitting your head against a wall, let me show you how to stop doing that and get the results that you want. Stop fighting the boulder and learn how to create the life that you would love. If you are hearing my voice today and any of this resonates with you, let's talk. Let me share the secrets with you. Schedule a consultation. It's free. Wherever you're finding this, the link is available. What happens on a consultation? What happens is you will get clarity. Clarity is huge. You will receive steps, a plan. I'll show you where the stepping stones are so that you can move forward and move and flow. Discover how to create a life you love completely on your own terms. You are unique and amazing. And we need to stop apologizing for being who we are and just be. It's time to be you. It's time to be free from the weights. It's time to live vibrantly. So wherever you're finding this, audio, video, text, whatever it is, there is a link available. Learn the secrets to a vibrant life and learn how to celebrate you and be you, because I do believe in you. Until next time, may you have blessings on your day and live vibrantly. Bye for now.